It was starting to look just a little bit wintry out along the Red Deer River. A fresh dusting of snow, ice floating along. Deer wandering through the flats, and snow buntings. Yeah, things were looking just a little bit wintry. It is, of course, that time of year. Christmas is not very far away, and though I do prefer a brown one, I gotta admit, when it's snowy like this, it's kind of pretty. Of course, the Red Deer River Valley is always pretty, especially here where it comes out of the mountains. I'm kind of betting that's why these wild horses like it so much. I know they don't belong here, they're just descendants of farm animals that have gone feral, but I still love seeing them. They're so well adapted to this landscape that they seem as natural a part of it as the deer and elk and moose that they share it with. Maybe that's because if you could go back 10 or 12,000 years, you'd find their ancestors grazing in the snow just like these guys do. Speaking of snow, the further I went up the valley, the snowier it became. In fact, the weather was changing just a little bit. But of course that didn't bother the horses. A forest fire had burned through here, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, and the horses have found all kinds of good things to graze on in the burn area. And so have these guys. I've been up this way quite often, but this is the first time I've ever seen bighorn sheep along the road. Very cool. The valley was starting to get socked in a little bit, and it was getting late in the afternoon, so I started heading back. But as I did, I passed more wild horses. They were taking advantage of the last minutes of the day to gather up a bit more grass. And then, with the sun tucked behind the clouds and the mountains, I found these guys. These ones were up in a frozen meadow, surrounded by red willows and snow-covered trees. It looked like they were posing in a Christmas card. Yes, it was looking a little bit wintry out along the Red Deer River. Winter snow, winter sun, and winter horses. Yeah, winter is here.